one to ask for help. I had to change that mentality because I needed help. We needed help.
You just feel comfortable, just the whole environment in general.
I didn't know what kind of amenities they have there. All these things in just one place, it was great.
They know those right times, like when to greet you and probably when not to greet you.
I knew it wasn't a home, but it was a home away from home.
It's always going to hold a special place in our heart.
Definitely.
We went for one of our ultrasounds to find out what we were going to have, a girl or a boy.
We were very excited that it was going to be a girl, but at the same time, I felt something was off, and so did she. And that's when I told her I think something's wrong. So when the doctor came in, it took him about another hour to check over the same area. He left and came back, and that's when he gave us the bad news. We just went home because we didn't know what to do. They had mentioned that to us, that we could deliver it in Fresno area, and after further testing before she was born around January, they thought it was going to be a positive outcome. Her mortality rate was what, 80%, which was really good.
They were able to correct it with 3 heart surgeries. So
they thought. When she was born, they found other problems. And that's when it really hit us. Her mortality rate went from 80% to 10%. Her left side of the heart was still underdeveloped, so she had multiple complications.
Yes, and how we have 4 chambers of our heart, she was born with only 1.
I was preparing for her to come home, setting up, arranging different things. And we went back to the ICU. But I knew at the time we weren't coming home. I've never been the one to ask for help. I had to change that mentality because I needed help. We needed help. We were preparing to go to a hotel when I received a call from Ronald McDonald, and it made my day. I knew I was gonna have a place to stay now, closer to the hospital and closer to my wife. You can't get better than that. I didn't have to worry about her driving because she was still recovering from her C-section. So that was a major plus for me.
And I think that's what the Ronald McDonald House takes into account for families, that we are so overwhelmed with these things that, we don't have time to go and drive. So they offer those shuttles. They offer people to come in and volunteer to cook for you.
It was very hard, very emotional, and just knowing that there was food provided for us on certain days, it was good for us.
And I think occasionally we would cook. We had our own tiny fridge too, it was perfect size for just the 2 of us, our own pantry. So having those utilities there was very, very nice to have.
We didn't know how long we were going to be there. It was going to be short, it was going to be long.
And that's what I like about the Ronald McDonald House. There's no time limit that you really have. It's just kind of case by case. They really cater to the family needs.
I knew it wasn't a home, but it was a home away from home. I mean, it felt comfortable.
The last weekend we were at the Ronald McDonald House, I kind of knew something it just wasn't going to happen, that she was going to be coming home with us. We made that call to our family that night for them to come out to say the final goodbyes. The most hardest part for us, not only saying goodbye to her, was coming home to explain it to Georgia's son Marcus, because he never got to meet her.
Most of the time she just wanted me to hold her. She knew when it was me. All I had to do was touch her hand or hold her in some way, or even whisper in her ear, and she would calm down. And then she would get a smile. The nurses couldn't believe it until they saw it with their own eyes.
Yeah, she was a daddy's girl.
It was hilarious.
I'm always a big believer, like everything happens for a reason. We both feel like this experience has brought us closer as a couple, and that we could also provide, you know, some sort of comfort for other families in the future. We wouldn't mind moving our whole life up to the Fresno area to be a part of the Ronald McDonald House, because one day we would like to help other families in need. The Ronald McDonald House is always going to hold a special place in our heart.
Definitely. Thank you for everything. It really meant the world to me. For those who do donate or wanting to donate, I say thank you.
Yeah.
And I say to the ones who haven't, you should do it if you can. Because you're not only donating for Ronald McDonald House, you're helping out a family member. You're paying for a smile. I know it sounds silly, but that's how I feel.